Welcome to Take 254. I'm your host, Sybil, and this is going to be a spoiler review of American Fiction. So I just got out of the theater from watching American Fiction, and I have in my notes here that it was witty, bitingly funny, and has a lot of cerebral humor. I really enjoyed the film. So in IMDb, the plot summary, according to IMDb, is a novelist who is fed up with the establishment uses a pen name to write a book that propels him into the heart of hypocrisy and the madness he claims to disdain. So that's the plot summary of the movie. So we have our main character named Thelonious Ellison, who is played by Jeffrey Wright of Westworld fame. So for those of you who used to watch Westworld on HBO, I never watched Westworld. I never got into it. It's on HBO. So Jeffrey Wright was on there. And he was also recently in the 2022 Batman remake starring Robert Pattinson, and he was playing Inspector Gordon. So I watched that movie and I liked that movie, and I also liked his character in that Batman remake in 2022. So yeah, so Jeffrey Wright is our main character, and he's an author, and he just is a struggling writer. His books don't sell well, and when he's attending this author's like book signing, he's wondering, he talks to another author there in the book signing, and he's asking him like, why are there so few people in our book signing today? And he mentions that everyone is over at this other book signing played by this Issa Rae. So she plays another author named Sankita Gold, and everyone is over there, and he attends this book signing and he sees it's crowded and there's a lot of people there, mostly white people, white liberal types are there. And it's just this book that this character Monk feels like it's so stereotypical, talking in African American vernacular English and describing the struggles of being black and people growing up in the projects in the hood. And he just has a disdain for that. He's like, why do we only get accepted? Why do we only become popular in the mainstream audiences when we pander to these stereotypes and these tropes that people have of us as black people? So that's the main plot of the movie. And I would say, like, when I was watching it, I felt like it was a slice of life drama, family drama with race commentary and a bit of romance sprinkled throughout. So for me, I would say like the movie is both not and it is about race, because it's mostly about just these characters as a family. So we have Monk. He goes to Boston to see his mother. His family lives in Boston. He's in LA, living as a writer, doing his thing as a writer, and he has to go to Boston, and that's where his family lives. Like, his mom is there, his sister is there. His dad passed on when they were younger, and we learn as we're watching the film that he passed on through committing suicide at their beach house. So we have this character. He goes and he meets up with his sister, and actually Tracee Ellis Ross, she plays Jeffrey Wright's sister, his character's sister, and she's my favorite character in the film. She's only in the film for a short period of time, but she made such an impression for me. The chemistry between her and Monk, Jeffrey's Monk, was so organic, and I felt like these people were actually related and actually grew up together. I like the banter and the humor. A lot of the humor in the beginning of the film came from the interactions between these two siblings and just them exchanging notes about their childhood, and how everyone just has a different view of their childhood, and how people have their opinions about their parents. As you grow up, you feel like, my parent treated me wrong, or you were the favored one. So we have a lot of that going on in the beginning of the film. And then we also have Sterling K. Brown as the other brother to Tracee Ellis Ross and Jeffrey Wright's character, and his character is named Clifford. Yeah, so we have Sterling K. Brown's Clifford, and I'm sure he's gonna be, for the people who watch this movie, Sterling K. Brown's character is gonna be a fan favorite. Like, he's just written to be a fan favorite. He's very charismatic. He's like in your face. He's a stunt queen. So I know a lot of people will like him. My favorite character was Lisa, even though she was not in the film for a long time. She just made an impression with me, mostly because in the beginning, in the first act, her and Jeffrey Wright's Monk character, I like the banter and the interaction between them. I also like the love story we have going between Monk and this character played by Erica Alexander. So Erica Alexander, if you remember, is from Living Single. She used to play the character Maxine, the popular sitcom Living Single, which was like the Black Friends, the black version of Friends. So yeah, so Maxine Waters plays Eric. She plays the love interest named Coraline. So I just liked their love story as it was progressing. Their chemistry was also really good, and it was nice to see a browner skinned woman, a woman who's darker, be the love interest in a black coupling, because we know like there's a lot of colorism and issues with that in Hollywood, and black women getting representation, especially darker skinned black women getting representation as the love interests, and also being like darker than the male love interest. So that was a nice representation to see, and it was great to see the banter between the two of them. Another character that I really liked was Lorraine, and she was like the house help or the maid. Like she would be the character that fits into the mammy trope. That's a lot of that was really popular back in the 60s, and black women, these were the characters and the roles that were available to them at a certain period in Hollywood. And some people would say not much has changed, or even if there has been progress, it has not been enough. But what I really liked about Lorraine's character as fitting, as you would see it fitting into the mammy trope, is I felt like they gave that mammy trope a redemption arc in this American fiction movie. Like she got to have a love interest, she got married, she actually got to retire, and she had a life outside of this family that she serves. So I felt like that was also a commentary on and a redemption of that trope that we see of the mammy, and just giving her a full humanity, giving her a sexuality, giving her a love life, giving her just an identity outside of service towards the family that employs her. So that was really good. So this movie did a lot of that. It just took a lot of these tropes that we see in black film, in black novels, and flipped them on their head, or just shone a light on them and tried to examine them. So I would recommend you go and watch American Fiction. It's very funny. It has a 2-hour runtime, but you don't really feel it. Like I just felt like engaged throughout the whole time. The performances by Jeffrey Wright as the main character, he makes for a very good main character. I liked him. I liked Coraline, played by Erica Alexander. She made a good love interest, and I liked the love story and the development that we had with that. Oh, we also have Adam Brody. He plays this like Hollywood exec type. I liked him. He is also like a familiar character that we've seen many other actors take on, but it was just fun in this movie. I liked him. I also liked Sterling K. Brown's character as the brother, and this gay brother. he did a good job, who's coming into his sexuality later in life after he's been married with kids, and he went through a divorce and he lost half his practice. And yeah, so it was fun just seeing him spiraling from all this happening with the divorce, and his kids hating him, and coming into his sexuality later in life. And there was some good humor that came out of that too. So yeah, go and watch American Fiction. It's in theaters now. I've been wanting to watch it, and it's finally showing in a theater close to me. Like I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, but I would have had to drive a bit out of my way. So I'm happy it finally came to a theater close to me and I got to see it, and I'd recommend you go and watch it too. So thanks for tuning in. This is Take 254. I'm your host, Sybil. Let me know if you watched it, American Fiction, or if you plan to watch it. What did you think about the performances? Who was your favorite performance? Who was your favorite character in the movie? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you.